Bitcoin Weekly News Update, July 6, 2025. Bitcoin Price Update. Hello and welcome to this week's Bitcoin News Update. It's Sunday, July 6, 2025. Let's start with the latest Bitcoin price. As of today, Bitcoin is trading at roughly 108,000 US dollars. That's about 92,000 euros, or roughly 165,000 Australian dollars. And 145,000 Canadian dollars. The price has been relatively steady this week, hovering in this range with low volatility. Bitcoin remains near its recent highs as the market looks for direction. Major Bitcoin news in the United States. In the United States, several significant Bitcoin-related developments unfolded this week, especially on the regulatory front. Congress is pushing for clearer crypto rules. The U.S. House of Representatives has declared the week of July 14th Crypto Week to fast-track a series of cryptocurrency bills. These include the Clarity Act, a bill to establish clear market structure for digital assets, and an anti-CBDC measure to prevent any unwarranted launch of a U.S. central bank digital currency. This legislative push signals momentum to provide legal clarity and keep crypto innovation in America. Over in the Senate, lawmakers passed a bipartisan stablecoin bill that would require US dollar-backed stablecoins to be fully reserved and subject to strict audits. This milestone bill, if it becomes law, is aimed at protecting consumers and integrating stablecoins into the financial system safely. It also shows that officials recognize the growing role of crypto dollar tokens in the economy. Regulators made news as well. The chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, publicly clarified that Bitcoin's proof-of-work mining and self-custody do not violate securities laws. That statement eased fears by confirming that fundamental Bitcoin activities, like mining and holding your own coins, aren't going to be targeted as securities violations. Additionally, the SEC proposed a new, faster timeline for approving crypto exchange-traded funds, giving itself 75 days to review ETF applications. This could speed up the arrival of the first U.S. Bitcoin ETFs, potentially opening the door for more institutional investment in Bitcoin. On the state level, there were contrasting approaches. In California, lawmakers advanced a bill to eventually allow state agencies to accept cryptocurrency for payments, for example, paying state fees or taxes in Bitcoin. It's a sign of a pro-crypto stance in the nation's largest state. In contrast, Connecticut enacted a policy outright banning state agencies from holding or using crypto in any way. These opposite moves highlight how attitudes toward Bitcoin can vary widely across different states. Please like and subscribe so I can eventually make some money from all this research and late-night Bitcoin watching. International Bitcoin news. Around the world, this week's Bitcoin news featured both growing adoption and tightening oversight. Europe. European regulators are refining their approach to crypto. The European Union is planning to rein in decentralized finance, DeFi, by 2026 with new rules to boost transparency and security. At the same time, two of the world's largest crypto exchanges are reportedly close to obtaining EU-wide licenses to operate across all member states under the EU's recently adopted regulatory framework. In short, Europe is welcoming crypto innovation, but insisting it operate under clear guidelines and supervision. Asia. In Asia, major economies took steps to support crypto development. Japan announced plans to legalize Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and ease tax rules on crypto earnings, aiming to encourage more investment and innovation in the sector. Meanwhile, Hong Kong passed a new stablecoin bill that will require stablecoins, digital currencies pegged to assets like the US dollar, to be fully backed and issuers to be licensed. This move is designed to prevent fraud and strengthen Hong Kong's status as a crypto hub. These actions show parts of Asia integrating Bitcoin and crypto into their financial systems through well-defined regulations, even as other countries in the region continue to ban or restrict cryptocurrency. Latin America. Economic struggles are pushing more people toward Bitcoin in Latin America. For example, Bolivia is experiencing 40-year high inflation, a shortage of US dollars, and a rapidly devaluing local currency, and many Bolivians have started using Bitcoin and dollar-pegged stablecoins to protect their savings. In cities like Cochabamba, crypto ATMs have appeared and some businesses now accept Bitcoin for everyday purchases, with a few even offering discounts to those who pay in crypto. While Bitcoin's volatility means it's not a cure-all for financial instability, this grassroots adoption in Bolivia highlights how, during a financial crisis, people see Bitcoin as a lifeline. Similar trends are emerging in other countries across the region, as individuals turn to cryptocurrency when traditional money fails them. Australia. In Australia, authorities rolled out new measures affecting Bitcoin users. As of July 1, the government imposed a tax on unrealized capital gains above $3 million Australian, meaning large crypto portfolios can incur up to a 15% tax on paper profits, even if the assets haven't been sold. This policy is controversial, but it's now in effect as a way to raise revenue. Additionally, Australia's financial regulator AUSTRAC set a $5,000 Australian limit per transaction on cryptocurrency ATMs to combat scams. This came after reports that scammers often tricked victims, especially older Australians, into making huge cash-to-crypto transfers at ATMs. By capping these exchanges, officials hope to reduce fraud and improve oversight of money flowing into crypto. Together, these steps show Australia tightening the reins on crypto in the interest of consumer protection and financial security. Bitcoin educational fact. This week's Bitcoin fact: Bitcoin has a fixed maximum supply of 21 million coins. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins in existence. About 19 million of those have already been mined into circulation since Bitcoin's launch in 2009. New Bitcoins are created at a decreasing rate due to regular halving events, which cut the mining reward in half every 4 years or so. At this pace, the last fraction of a Bitcoin won't be mined until around the year 2140. This built-in scarcity is a fundamental feature that makes Bitcoin akin to digital gold. Like gold, Bitcoin is finite and cannot be inflated beyond its cap, a property that many believe will help it hold value in the long term as demand grows. Quote of the week: every informed person needs to know about Bitcoin because it might be one of the world's most important developments. Leon Lowe, Nobel Peace Prize nominee. Thank you for listening to this week's update. Stay tuned for the next one and stay informed.